get ready. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are in the garage, and that means you're getting another workout video. It is my upper body day. I normally bench today, but because my shoulders are still bothering me, I'm gonna do some supplemental work with my dumbbells. But I'm gonna take you through a whole workout. I'm gonna show you how I warm up, show you how I do the dumbbell workout, and then show you the accessory movements that we use to help build a bigger bench. So if you wanna know how to get these guns and learn how to flex these pecs, then just keep on watching. All right, so unfortunately, I was not able to mic up for this session. I really wanted to try to go through the session with my mic on and talk through it, but it was just too much of a hassle. So I'm gonna do a voiceover for most of the workout. I start off doing a lot of dynamic stretching for my shoulder. While I was warming up, especially in the next clip when you see that I'm foam rolling my lats, I noticed that I have a lot of tightness and knots in my lats under my arm, and that is wreaking havoc on my shoulders right now. So even working with the dumbbells was uncomfortable, but you have to get the work in. It's not as bad as using a barbell, so I just made it work. I've had an MRI done on my right shoulder, and the results came back that I have an 80% tear in my supraspinatus. Crazy thing is, the right shoulder has actually not been bothering me nearly as much as the left. So I don't know if there's something going on now. Maybe that side was overcompensating, taking up the slack for the other, but I guess I'll have to get it checked eventually. Either way, I spent a lot more time warming up the left side, and when I'm on the foam roller, if I find a spot that hurts, I make sure to stretch my arm and really focus on pinpointing the area that's sore to try to loosen it up. As you can see from my face, this is not comfortable at all, but it definitely helps. The dumbbells I have at my house are a set of 20s, a set of 35s, and a set of 45s. So I start off with the 20s just to get my blood flowing and get an idea of what I'm going to be dealing with as far as how heavy it feels and the pain level. This didn't feel bad, so I figured I would work up to the 45s. Even as I'm doing my working sets, I continue to warm up my shoulders. For some reason, by the time I get to the end of the workout, everything starts feeling better. So the more warming up and dynamic stretching I do in between sets, it actually helps my shoulder get loosened up by the time I get to my top set, so I'm not feeling as much pain. Here I'm just doing some band pull aparts and some rotator cuff exercises that I learned in therapy. Those are the things that usually help me the most. All right, so warm-up set is done. Those felt okay, so I decided to move up to the 35s. Still trying to get an idea of what's going to be my top set, but as you can see, I'm making sure I tuck my shoulders really well, get my shoulder blades depressed, and everything is stable so that my arms are doing the work, my pecs are doing the work, but there's not a lot of movement inside of my shoulder itself because that's what causes the pain. These feel pretty good and I'm starting to get a little burn, so I do one more set with the 35s and then I decide to move up to the 45s. By the time I got to these, I was feeling like it was getting towards the end of what I was gonna do for my dumbbell work, but again, the weight moved pretty well. Biggest issue I have is when I'm done, I can't put them down and I don't like to just throw the dumbbells on the floor. So I was grateful Kathy was there and I just kind of hold the weight up in the air and then ask her to take it from me so that it's not putting too much stress on my shoulder. But I think it's time for me to get some bigger dumbbells. I decided to throw in a drop set of the 35s again. I don't know, I was really just feeling good and I wanted to get a good pump. It's kind of stressing me out that I'm not benching. So I just feel like I have to do more dumbbell work to try not to lose too much strength, but hopefully it'll all carry over and I'll continue to build those muscles. I definitely burned myself out with that last set, so I decided to move on to my accessories. Again, just like with deadlifts and with squats, I'm a hardcore advocate for doing a lot of accessory work. So here I'm working on dumbbell flies and just really focusing on feeling my pecs work and making sure to squeeze hard at the top whenever I bring the dumbbells together. I asked Kathy to let me video her doing a set with the dumbbell floor presses. Unfortunately, I can't do these right now, but they're a great modification to be able to work on your lockout for bench. You can do them with dumbbells or you can do them with a straight barbell. We laughed after my intro of me flexing my pecs, and I told Kathy that if she wanted to be able to do that, then she was gonna have to make sure to hit these flies and work her pec muscles more. I haven't done them with a band. I usually just do them with the dumbbells, and another exercise that you'll see next for my pec work, but doing all of them together really kicked my butt and I was sore for the whole weekend. This exercise right here is no joke. It's called a Svend Press, S, V as in Victor, E-N-D. You don't need heavy weight to do this. You just hold a plate and make sure that you are squeezing, pressing it together as hard as you can, which makes you flex your pecs, and then you just extend and bring it back in. These are a killer. Overhead presses aren't my friend, but Kathy was kind enough to jump in and put a video of those as well. We do a lot of shoulder work. Arnold presses are another one of my favorites. These are kind of hit and miss with me depending on how I'm feeling, if I can do them or not. These were a little uncomfortable when I did them, but it wasn't unbearable, so I just pushed through it. I like the pump that I get after doing them, and I feel it works more than just doing a regular shoulder press. After those, I take about a 30-second break, and then I jump into doing a superset of lateral raises, front raises, and rear delt flies. When I tell you by the end of this, everything is screaming, it is no joke. And again, I don't need to use a lot of weight. I'm really focusing on just using my shoulders, my shoulder muscles, not my traps, not my back, not bouncing to get momentum. I'm trying to be very strict with the motion and make sure I'm using only the muscles that are being focused on in this workout. I did another round of these 3 shoulder exercises seated, and I have a clip of that at the end, so you'll be able to see how everything looks for the back. But again, still just trying to focus on those shoulder muscles. Now, of course, you cannot do a bench workout without training your triceps. That is the most important part for building your lockout, and we do different variations. I mostly do with bands because I feel like by the end of it, my triceps want to cramp, and that's what I want to feel because I feel like I'm doing more work. It also takes stress off my elbows doing them banded, and I've found that this superset specifically really gives me a good pump and puts my triceps to the test. Here's another angle of me doing Arnold's and doing them seated. So of course, making sure I can't cheat because I'm not using my legs. And then again, this is the second round of doing the shoulder circuit superset. As you can see, I'm not moving as fast as I was earlier because we go through these pretty quick. We don't take long breaks whenever we're doing the accessory work. That's why I call my program a hybrid program, because we do our main powerlifting movements, but then we train the accessories like bodybuilders. We use high reps, moderately heavy weight, and we try to take short breaks to keep our heart rate up and to keep our muscles working. You saw Kathy doing dips earlier, but I wanted to get another clip of it. This is something else that I haven't been able to do for years, so I just do different modifications. I write my program the same way I write my clients' programs. If there's an exercise that I want you to do and there's a reason that you can't do it, then we figure out a way around it. But either way, we make sure to get the work done. All right, guys, that's the end of the workout. I'm exhausted. We got it in today. Kathy hit 185 for 3 on her bench. Y'all saw my dumbbell work. We hit accessories, pretty much everything together. I put in some stuff that she does and some of my athletes do that I don't do because of my busted ass shoulders. As you can see, got a nice little pump. A lot of shoulder work involved on bench day. Of course, gotta work your pecs, gotta work your triceps. Upper body is one of the hardest things to train because I always feel like I should be doing a lot more weight than I am. But then I remember it's about the quality of the movement, not the quantity. Hope you guys liked the video and found some stuff that you may want to try when you do your own. Subscribe if you want to see more. Like this video, share it with your friends, hit the notification bell, all that stuff you're supposed to do for YouTube. Whatever, man. I'm fried. I'm hungry. I gotta go. I'll see y'all later. Bye.